Well, hello, welcome back. It's been a while, probably about a good month and a half. Um, Obviously, it's busy with all different types of things. Normally, the best time to paint is when there's not a whole lot going on, and I can, concentrate on trying to do a painting or two. Um, right now, I'm a girls softball coach, and while I'm working my 9 to 5, or basically 8:30 to 5, I saw one of the painters do an Eclipse painting, and I thought, man, that would be great. So right now I'm just actually putting on a black canvas some liquid clear. I gotta actually work this in because there's a lot of liquid clear on here, but I think I can make it work to get it all over the canvas. There have been a couple, I think 2 or 3 days when you could see, the eclipse, and they said the path of totality was in Ohio. Some people traveled a long distance to see it, which, I imagine it could be great, but I think my thing is like, it was only for, 3 minutes? And, if you've never seen an eclipse, I think we've seen I've seen lunar eclipses, but I've never seen total eclipse. So, I'm sure it was interesting. But anyway, I saw an artist on YouTube, and I just wanted to see if I could do it. Now, he said he's done it a few times, and one of the shows, Bob Ross, I guess Bob Ross had inspired The Joy of Painting, and so apparently it's back on, and Nicholas Hankins is taking over for Bob Ross's show because he's able to finish the season that Bob Ross was trying to finish before he died in '95. And I think that's awesome. I was inspired by Bob Ross because he made it look so easy. It's not easy, but they say practice makes perfect. And so I have a lot of liquid clear on here, and I'm actually gonna take it off. I'm gonna take a paper towel and wipe some of this off, because what's gonna happen is if you leave too much liquid clear on there, if you leave too much on there, the paint will run off of the can. I've had it happen because you got oil paint that's wet, and then you got the liquid clear, and then all of a sudden you wind up having a weird paint. So I'm gonna I think I've gotten it clear enough. So I'm gonna take a paper towel and wipe it. We just don't want the major shine to it. Yeah, but we don't want all the lint balls either, so. Hopefully that'll be okay. I think it will be okay. So anyway, we're gonna try an Eclipse. So I believe it starts off with, how it will start off with is like, it was phthalo blue. What kind do I want? Maybe we can do this. Phthalo blue. You want to put phthalo blue you'll see what we're going to do. Phthalo blue to kind of, because we're going to put white on there. And since the liquid clear spreads the paint, you don't have to do a whole lot of it. So, and you want plenty of sky, and then you want some Prussian blue. Because we want some clouds, because when you have an eclipse, you need, I think it would be cool to have clouds. So basically what I did was I put some phthalo blue and some Prussian blue. Because I wanted to put a sky, and I want to, pretty much I want to put some, that's too, I need a softer brush. Sorry, I haven't actually even been down here to paint in a long time, so I gotta get used to. I gotta get back into the groove of everything. So what we're gonna do is we're kind of and as you get closer over here, you just want it to like there's a, like kind of like this, and then we're going to smooth it out. I just wanted to apply it. We're going to use this brush to smooth it out. So you want to get rid of the brush marks. I'm going to put this down. Normally I have something to hold this. Hopefully you can see me. Yeah. So the reason why I wanted it lighter around here is because when we start taking off the, I don't know why I put that away. I shouldn't have put my white away. So yeah, it has been a little bit, but I just want to have we're just going to put some. So I just wanted kind of some streaks, because then we can go like this. Yeah, you kind of want it. You don't want to have a plain. Right, because when you do the eclipse, you want the brightest part about it. So, since we've done that part, I mean, I think we're going to have, like what they had is they had a reflective lake, which actually is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and try to recreate that. But since we did, I think I like this sky with the way where it's at. So, and I learned that you're not supposed to leave. You're not supposed to leave your brushes in there, because if you do, that weakens the bristles. I really have enjoyed painting. I think what worried me the most was painting and not realizing that you have to keep coming up with ideas. So I was hoping that these would come to me, and I'm like, man, what am I going to do? So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start my row of trees, and I'm going to look for my fan brush, because what I want to do is I want to put my trees here, so you're going to have a little bit of a glow. So I think I'm going to put a little bit of black. I want to have a little bit of black because I want the trees to stand out. So yeah, and I've had a lot of views. I mean, obviously, not every painting you do is going to be spectacular, and not everybody's going to like what you do. But again, there's some that say great, and some say, don't worry about the comments you get. I don't worry about them. I mean, I welcome it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my tree line up here. So I'm going to start my tree line here. Yep. And obviously with your tree line, you're going to have, so I just want to have another layer of trees. And you'll be able to tell, because once we do the eclipse, and you'll see the reflection. So I got my trees, and you could go like that. You can do that to kind of fluff them up so they're not dull. Yep. Right. So right now, I don't know if you're able to see it, but we'll make it so that you'll be able to get an idea. I'm not going to clean this brush off yet because I still want that color. But now I should be able to do you should be able to, because you don't want it to be so it's kind of like a meadow, right? When you're doing your grass, you kind of want it to, or your field, You want it to have spaces. You don't want it to be all just like one-dimensional. You can probably see that. It's probably darker than you want. So as you so it's probably brighter in some areas than you want, but it's okay because you can always make them dimmer. And so kind of what you want is you just want to, I'm not gonna touch this brush yet either because I still want to use this color. What I'd like to do is I'd like to do my reflections. So I'm gonna do kind of like a reflection. So we're gonna so I gotta. Yep, so basically, when you're doing a lake, you kind of want to get those out of there. You really don't want to have like smearing streaks, you know. You can actually get rid of those. I mean, you can even actually use a little black. So. Yep. All right. So since the Eclipse is coming from that side, I'm still not done because I have my green I want to use. Because now since we got our leg, and when you're doing your grass, you want it to make it look like it's coming at you. Yeah. Yeah. So, sorry guys, I just have to be able to, I can't see it. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes your grass comes across like, okay, maybe not as you want. It's okay. You can always work with it. But, you know, grass isn't, we're talking out in the, it's not supposed to be perfect, right? This is like a hole, so it's not. All right. So that's the idea. The idea. So now, so we got the grass. We're gonna make some more trees. But we're gonna highlight the trees. But first, we're going to try and do. We'll mix a little. So what I'm going to do is I'm making the ring. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm making the ring. So this will be the Eclipse part of it. So now what I learned was that you can take, I'm going to take a little baby fan brush, or try a little brush to kind of, you know, maybe fan out. Let's see if this works. All right, so now this is the part that I was worried about because, you know, you want it to look nice. So I need something to take the Eclipse, take this little, I have a, that's what I thought. Trying to figure out how I'm going to pry that up. But meanwhile, I made it. I put it on there so well. It's hard for me to take off. But anyway, while I'm figuring that out, I'm just going to keep going. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use So now I'm going to take my, I think I had the, got a little reflection of the Eclipse. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it? I don't mean to be blocking the way, but that's the only way I can. All right, so, okay. Really wish I could get that. All right. All right, so I need something sharp. If I had like a pocket knife without cutting the canvas, how could I do that? Can I use my nail? All right, I'm gonna try that. I don't know. There we go. There we go. All right. So that's the Eclipse. And so now what we're going to start doing, now I'm going to put some gloves on. So that is the my version of it, but I want to try to do something else. So with that being said, I think I have some brown. Did I put some brown out there? Yes, I put brown out there. Brown, I'm just going to put some I'm going to probably put some tree. Yeah, you want to put some. You want to put some semblance of like these are trees, right? You don't want to. Yeah, I mean you don't have to put a lot of trees in. It's not. It's just suggestive. It just. Yeah. So when you're looking at the Eclipse, you want the. Yeah, you just want it to be where. Um, I'm trying to think. I mean, this is just your plain field with an Eclipse, and that's kind of what I was hoping for. And then as you can see the moon. Do we need to make a cabin over here? Let's see. We could. I don't know. What do you think, guys? We probably need to put some like. Yeah, let's put like a little shoreline so we're like not. Just trying to put. What I'm trying to do is a little bit. I want a little bit of the glow of the sun, Yeah, so, I don't know. This is my, I mean, I'm probably going to tinker with it, but it's basically a simplistic, Eclipse, so. What I'm trying to do is just reflect the light right here, so you don't really have a lot of light over here, but you have more light over here. So I believe I don't really want to put. Maybe I can put a big tree, but I just don't want to mess it up. So I could put a big tree there. How's that? Let's try that. Sometimes putting trees in there mess up. I just don't like it. I like it if it's a field. I like it simplistic. I don't really like it all, messed up. The whole goal was to see the sky and the eclipse and everything else. So I probably will leave it as is. You don't really want the grass to be, bright, because it's not really bright. It's an eclipse, and then all of a sudden you'll see the sun, the sky, and but that's pretty much what I have. So I definitely appreciate you guys coming back, and this is my simplistic eclipse, and I may just tinker with it a little bit, but for the most part, that is it. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm going to try to keep it going, but like I said, I appreciate the like and subscribe. I will try to get more. I think trying to think about what I have next. I have a couple ideas of something I'm going to do next. But thank you again for joining me. Again, this is my picture of the eclipse. I'm going to see if I can give you guys a better look. So hold on. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. All right. Sorry. So here is... So here's the painting. I may doctor it a little bit more or tinker with it, but for the most part, that's it. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I don't want to blind you guys. All right. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.